going on, everyone? Cliff Jumper 1984, Red Rocks, your favorite Autobot, all day long, all day strong, drinking that natty ice. Boy, do I got a big pickup for you. Bunch of random stuff here. One of my buddies went through a hard time and getting rid of some stuff, so I was like, man, couldn't throw, an offer down and try to do the best I can to help him out with what little money I have available. So yeah, let's get to it. First, let's start off with my Bing rewards. I do want almost every pickup, it feels like, anymore. And I just look for something cheap I don't have, and it ended up getting from Game Tech for NES. Wheel of Fortune Family Edition. Based on the #1 hit TV game show, it says. Uh, Family Edition. I don't know. It don't got curse words in it to begin with, so yeah. Over 1,000 new puzzle, it says right there on top. I don't know. I didn't play it yet. I like watching Wheel of Fortune and thinking like I'm so smart when I guess the puzzles, but it's funny because you can always, the way it's set up here around locally for me, it's on 2 different stations, and on one station it's a half hour earlier, so if you want to play a trick on your friends, watch that station first. My local Just Press Play, I was sitting there by, they've got a Pamani Brothers right there. Me and my buddy went and had a beer real quick, and I was like, let's go there and spend a couple bucks, see what they got for cheap. And we walked up to the Atari section. He was always talking about this Chopper game he played that I don't have. And I don't know what he was talking about because I don't know all my Atari on every single game. I know a lot of the classics and stuff. And we picked it out and goes, oh my god, there it is. So for Atari 2600, I've got Chopper Command. He played it a bit, and he was just so happy to play it. It was $2.99. I usually feel like that when you buy an Atari game, usually like $5 is the max you should have to spend on a 2600 game, unless it's something super rare. So he was happy. By the way, the Wheel of Fortune with the Bing rewards, usually that's always free. It didn't cost me nothing to get it, but it was like with shipping, it was like right under $6. And then I was looking for an NES game. I didn't have one under the, when they got the ones under the glass case, they're always $9.99 and above. And I've seen something I didn't have, and it's funny because it's another Activision game, so it's the only reason why I picked it up too. Why I got Chopper Command. And AVGN did a video on it, which was funny. I never played it before, never seen it locally, and it was only $9.99. Super Pitfall. It was weird because it's been a while since I've been in there. I wish I still had video because it feels like I go in there so much I can't keep showing video of the same place I go to. But they had a bit more Master System games in there, and I haven't picked up a Master System game in a while. But then the big pickup is a huge, mainly portable pickup with like portable consoles. One console I don't talk about on the channel enough is the Sega Game Gear. Why? Because I don't care about it. And I have this because I basically worked on a buddy's car. I got the case, and I've got a Game Gear. My Game Gear is beat. Got no battery doors. I got Echo the Dolphin there. But also the speaker doesn't work. I know there's ways to get the replacement speakers and to do it, and I can solder. I'm just not the best. I've done it before with automotive work as well as repairing music instruments and stuff before in the past. That's stuff I don't want to take my time doing if I'm, why waste it on something I don't play that much? But then he's like, look, all these games, you can get them super cheap. And I only have 2 games, Echo the Dolphin, and I have Surf Ninja. Along with the manual, too. But you actually use the Game Gear, somebody plays the Game Gear in that game, if I remember correctly, or the movie in that, if I remember correctly, so it's really funny. But the games I got by Mindscape, Battleship. This one doesn't say who this one's published by. I guess it's published by Sega then. Lemmings. not a big fan of the series. I just never got into it. I have a complete in box copy of Lemmings for Super Nintendo. I have another copy of Echo the Dolphin, and like on this channel, when it's something I already have, I never play a video of the gameplay on it, or support another channel on it as well. Here's a game I do enjoy by Sega, and I have it on the Master System. I think I have it as well on the Sega Genesis. Columns. It's basically like Sega's answer to Tetris. And then I guess these are more of the big ones that people care about that I don't care. I'm not a huge Sonic fan, but I got Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic 2. Sonic Triple Trouble. as well as Sonic Chaos. And I remember playing a lot of this. My cousin-in-law has this as well. Some guy I used to hang out with when I was younger. He had a Sega Game Gear as well. The TV tuner. You can watch like 3 or 4 channels sitting at a bunch that are like, a friend's porch watching a Sega Game Gear, watching like judge shows or something, laughing. But I remember playing this too, and boy, this game kind of sucks. But over to the bigger portion of it, well, this isn't so big. He had this on the side, and I forget, he liked my wallet I have. I've got a Game Boy wallet, and he was like, oh, just pick a game. You can have it just because I like your wallet. I was like, come on, dude. But I got Intellivision Lives. Yeah, Intellivision Lives. And what it is a compilation of over 60 games of different Intellivision games. I do not have an Intellivision or a ColecoVision. And I'd like to get both consoles down the line. So this is kind of cool. So this way I don't have to buy the console. And I've got a GameCube. So that's kind of cool.
Bomb Squad.
And for the meat and potatoes of this pickup that I got from my buddy, I got a bunch of Game Boy games. First, let's start off on the bottom tier. I'm probably going to try and work my way up. By Konami. Tiny Toons, Bab's Big Break. I have Tiny Toons for NES. It's a decent game. I did not get to play this yet, so hopefully it plays just as good. By Ultra, the division of Konami. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Fall of the Foot Clan. I've beaten this multiple times. My buddy, I always talk about this channel a lot, Jason, who lived across the street from me when I was younger. He had this on Game Boy, and I always used to borrow it when I went to Ocean City, Maryland, and it's only like a 25-minute to 30-minute game. It's easily beaten, and the sad thing is, as soon as I got this lot, this was the first game I put in, and I ended up losing to Krang at the end. Shredder is actually before Krang in that game, which is really weird for the series. An easy game in the series, which I actually uploaded a video of the ending credits as filmed from a Super Game Boy, Kirby's Dream Land. It was by HAL Laboratories, but published by Nintendo, and it's a very easy game. It's a very fun, enjoyable game. It's actually Kirby's first game before he was pink, and before he actually used to copy the abilities when he swallowed enemies. One of my top 10 or 15 or 20, it depends. My list probably changes every time I play a game. Oh my god, I like that a little bit better. But Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. This was just a great looking Mario game. It played great, a lot better than the first Mario Land, and it was more cartoony and it introduced Wario in it. It's just a very fun game to play through. It's just an enjoyable game. No matter, I know it's easy, but it's just the different stages and the music's actually very excellent in it for a Game Boy game, I must say. By Nintendo, Metroid 2: The Return of Samus. this one is a big one for me because I actually enjoy Metroid a little bit more than I think a lot of the times, even though I've only beaten about half the games in the series. But I've never beaten this one. And I know there's one that came out for the 2DS and 3DS. I would love to play that too. But that was just cool to get this in this lot. That was one of the big ones that I really wanted when I seen. And this one, even though, again, with Kirby, I had just recently, within the last couple days, uploaded a video of the ending credits of this game because I beat it already when I got it. But it is one of my top 3 Game Boy games. It's Kid Icarus of Myths and Monsters. And I don't know why I really like it. It plays and like the stages are almost set up just like the original one on the NES version. It's a little bit easier than the NES version, but I don't know. It's great. So what do you think about this pickup down here? The whole lot that I got from the Game Boy games, the GameCube games, and the Game Gear games, I paid $40 for all together. And big shout out to my buddy Mark. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I hope things get better. So what do you think? Throw that comment below if you played any of these, and throw that like below if you haven't subscribed. Until next time, like always, drink one with me.